MLB is starting to enforce punishments for players caught using foreign substances on baseballs. They will be ejected and suspended for 10 games, just as the starting punishment. Now, I wanted to go over a couple of articles and facts about this today. I usually don't talk too much about big MLB news, but this is pretty significant, especially in today's environment where a lot of pitchers are being accused of using foreign substances. Guys like Garrett Cole, Trevor Bauer, Max Scherzer, all of these top all-star caliber pitchers are being accused of these things. So I wanted to take a look at what this indicates and what this means for the league as well. Of course, like I just said, this is the starting point is an immediate ejection and a 10-game suspension. So if you're a starter, that could be missing 2 starts, or if you're a bullpen guy, potentially upwards of 5 or 6 appearances. This was the part I found interesting, which I'll go into this other memo as well from Bleacher Report. But there will be periodic checks throughout the game, not just a, hey, they think you're using something. They're checking no matter if you are or if you're not. Starters will be checked multiple times. Relievers will be checked once they enter the game and leave a game. This is the part I found interesting, though. Pitchers will be responsible for foreign substances found on catchers and position players. A position player will not be ejected for possession of a foreign substance unless the umpire determines the player was applying it to a ball to aid a pitcher. So they're getting everyone. No sneakiness here. Of course, this is mainly due to the fact that the league average is at an all-time low. Some of that is attributed to the fact that guys like to hit more home runs these days, and some of it's attributed to the fact that pitchers are just better and strikeouts are up to begin with. But Rob Manfred is not liking this, so he wants to try and alleviate some of those issues for batters. Another detail, if you refuse to be investigated, they're automatically going to think you're suspicious. Can still use rosin bags, but you can't do any of these weird concoctions. I believe spider tack is the current one that's been floating around that a lot of players have been using. And this article just really goes on, but you can see the average is not very good on the year. And it was at an all-time low at one point. I guess it's gone up a little bit. I thought a lot of things were interesting, though. For example, when they first reported about this, I think a guy in the minor leagues about a week or so ago got suspended for this same thing, and now they're bringing it to the major league level. Garrett Cole immediately had a bad outing, or a worse outing than he typically has, so that raised a few eyebrows. It is going to be interesting to see who this impacts, because I feel like if you've been using it, you'll be able to see a significant difference in the next outing, since they're going to be enforcing this. And I believe it starts June 21st, so it's not as of tonight. You're not going to watch a game tonight and see a guy get blown up for 5 runs or something. And this was the little report from Bleacher Report talking about how they can check it anytime in the game for pretty much any reason. You can see the comments here: rip Garrett Cole, rip Cole and Bauer. Pitchers are going to troll and start rubbing their glove and neck, and there's going to be like 20 checks during the game. That could happen too. I didn't really think about that. So catchers, I mean, they're getting everybody on this. Nobody is safe. So that's the synopsis of all of the rules. I'm trying to make these news videos a little bit shorter than I normally do, because I go on and talk for like 10 minutes. However, I did want to put my 2 cents into this. I am not a baseball player. I never played baseball except like a year in Little League, and I was awful. I am kind of middle of the road when it comes to this, because obviously I understand they don't want people cheating. However, a lot of these pitchers have been fun to watch. So I've seen the comparisons of like to the steroid era for batters. You had Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, etc. All those guys. Those were some fun games to watch. And of course, I wasn't alive for a lot of those, but going back and seeing the clips, the home run race to get to 60, to get to 70, all that good stuff. So yeah, it is very fun to watch, and baseball's biggest problem these days is no one wants to watch it. They think it's slow, they think it's this and that. So from that perspective, I can understand why they would want to let it keep happening, and they kind of have been. This is the first official thing they've said was today. At the same time, though, there is the issue of the batting average being all-time low and players striking out like there's no tomorrow. So I don't know. It's a tough situation, but it's been incredible to see guys like Jacob deGrom, .6 ERA or whatever he's got going as a starter, and he's hitting 450 or something, has more runs driven in than he has runs allowed. Then you got guys like Ohtani who are on a whole other plane of existence when it comes to pitching and hitting. So I don't know. I'm kind of middle of the road. Of course, I don't want to see people cheating, but this seems to be a league-wide issue, unlike the Astros, which I've heard sign stealing is a whole other semi-league-wide issue, but that was, of course, in its own league there. So I don't know. I kind of just said a lot of things there. Some of it made sense. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I am a little split on this, but I totally understand it. And I think there's other problems in baseball they could be solving, though. But they want to crack down on it. They want guys to start getting some hits. I did see people say just juice the baseball again and let the guys keep using the pine tar and the spider tack and whatever else, which is an interesting solution. But I guess right here they want to level the playing field. We'll see how it progresses. I'm, of course, recording this and posting it the day that it was announced, so we'll see how that goes. But be sure to let me know in the comments what y'all think and drop a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more rambles and moderate news updates. I'm going to try to get a compilation out soon for y'all. I saw some of those suggestions, so thank you for that. And until next time, I'll talk to y'all later.